Ah, here we go, another episode of Mom Nature's Tits. We'll see if we can have a better look at Anarchist and Baldy. The other side. Okay, that's Anarchist. As you can see, there's plenty of snow up there. Probably a good 4 or 5 feet. Hey, you guys, no fucking in front of the camera, okay? Dogs. Oh, yes, I know. It's a bitch when you have to follow your nose all the time, eh? Okay, there we go. There's the backside of Mount Baldy. Just about missed it there with the clouds. Not this one, but the one lit up in the background. 2 different ranges, right? Yep, there we are. We're at 200. Yeah, so this would be northeast of Anarchist. Well, northeast of Baldy in this one. So there you go. You got to see Mom's tits bare, almost. The left one there. The clouds were kind of hanging on, holding the nipple, covering the nipple, but peak. I don't know. It must be something in the air. Okay, the kids are presentable again. Hey, are you guys decent? Yeah, okay, they're all fucked out. Well, hope you enjoyed this. Now I've kind of lost track. Episode 4 of Mom Nature's Tits. Well, hey, and I'll just leave you with this, all you Nibiru Tards. Don't give up hope yet. There's still the 2 phenomenons. One, the Aurora Ouroboros, which is where the sun's astrosphere, that's like a magnetosphere, sorta. And it's sorta, only for the whole solar system. Mostly a component of the star, although we all contribute if we get stuff blown off and added to it in solar storms. So, if all that matter at the southeast quadrant of it, which is basically midnight from Earth's perspective, midnight in spring equinox. Yes, there, I said that right. When we're in there and it's midnight on the planet and you look straight up, well, that would be where this event will come from. That's the edge of the local interstellar cloud, which has been bunching up, and we've known about it since '96 at least. It's the first squawkins I read. Solar astrophysics, eh? Okay, so that could light up if all that local interstellar cloud, the bunched up material at the edge, that's charged from rubbing against. Well, in this case, that's where the astrosphere is colliding with it. So generally the astrosphere keeps most of it out unless it gets thick enough, and real big pieces it doesn't, just the atom size, the plasma size, and this local interstellar cloud, of course, was from a supernova explosion way back somewhere. And there's lots of them. You pass through them in space because they're well, eventually I guess they become more or less fixed, but they're ejected out of their orbits and they just travel until they run out of steam or run into something. Okay, so you got that. So if it's just light, the encounter, generally the astrosphere will keep most of it out, not the cosmic rays, of course, which is why part of the major influx we've had for the last 20 years, especially now. Probably doing a lot of the solar system change, the heating, right? Induction heating, we've done this before, like a microwave oven, and the layer it heats up is, like where things get solid enough to modulate the cosmic rays, cause them to go to lower frequencies, draining them off, and until, just like in a microwave, there you have your heating. Criticality if it hits fissionable material, such as natural uranium or thorium occurrences. But that's deep down, because it takes a lot of matter to slow these waves down to where they'll actually interact. That's cosmic rays and particles. So there's your first Nibiru. That can still happen in spite of, no sign of any black dwarfs or anything we can see, no sign of their disturbance from what they're passing by. Okay, which means very unlikely there's anything beyond the astrosphere significant yet. Okay, so you have that aurora event, just like, kind of like when our aurora borealis or the southern one lights up, or the one on any of the planets, when there's too much energy and basically stardust interacting. Stardust could be like hydrogen molecules, or they could be asteroid size. Okay, so there's your one Nibiru. That can still happen, and there is another, and this has been observed. It is in fact a astrological far more than an assumption, because they've seen them. Okay, you can get a black hole that forms in a binary star relationship. Right, they're going around each other. And then the supernova happens and a bunch of material is displaced. Now the center of gravities are quickly released, and out goes the supernova, reacting to riding its own blast, more or less. Those have been shown that the odd one can go at light speed. So if you've got something going at light speed coming at us, you don't know, or say it's 99% of light speed, you're not going to get much warning because it's traveling that fast. And the kinetic energy and a quick flyby and whatnot will definitely make your wildest Nibiru fantasies. No, I know they're not fantasies. Your horror scenarios, mass destruction scenarios, some meat. So you can still believe that could happen. If it's traveling at 99% of the speed of light, we won't get any indication of its wake and what it's disturbing until, even if it was feeding, until, like a couple of weeks, when it would penetrate the astrosphere and we'd see it sucking up a lot of that. And we'd see the emissions because it was feeding. So you can still say, well, it could possibly be one of those rogue high-speed black holes. Not too big of a one, mind you, or it would have, like in its course by Sirius B a year and a half ago, it would have started distorting all local space, and you would have had spectrum shift from red to blue and blue to red. But not seen it if it didn't have a substantial feast. You wouldn't have seen the black hole. So there you go, Nibiru believers. There's your stocking stuffers for the season. Courtesy of these two elves. Okay, so you can still hang on. You Nibiru retards. Nibiru Tards? Yeah, I think that's what they call you. So you can still hang on to your hypothetical belief for a little while longer, because it could still happen. And remember, the important thing is, even if you had to do it around a nonsensical theme, you at least had a little bit of sentient awareness of survival to a higher order than what nature would present you with. Hey, so we'll see if we can get you a little something better for Christmas, because, you know, come December 21st, you're going to be, you know, maybe a little bit, oh fuck, now what do I believe in, right? So, there you go. We'll see if we can show you some real stuff to believe in, and then, you know, you can kind of combine your old passion with your new passion and set an example for the world to survive by. And just in doing that, it will wake people up to where they're not going to get a job pouring chemicals down a well hole into the earth and fracking it, or you know, all the nuclear shit and all that stupid stuff, pumping chemicals from their factory out of the holding pond into the river when nobody's looking. And, you know, that's a clear-cut symptom of lack of sentience, which, you know, anyone can have. Hell, their little kitty has it. She now just tortures the piss out of the mice and then picks them up and carries them across the road and evicts them, so she doesn't kill them all now. See, that's sentience. Humans can be like that. They can. Okay, catch us later.